All right, let's talk about a book that people either love or absolutely despise. We're diving into Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power. Seriously, it's been called everything from a brilliant guide to human nature to a textbook for sociopaths. It's ruthless, it's controversial, and you just can't deny how influential it's become. So what's the big deal?
This really isn't your typical self-help book. It's not trying to teach you how to be a nicer person or how to be more fair. Not at all. Instead, it takes this cold, hard look back through 3,000 years of history and basically says, look, there's a hidden rulebook that the most powerful people have always used.
And this quote, it just cuts right to the heart of it. The book's whole argument is that power is a game, a massive, complicated game. And guess what? We're all playing, whether we know it or not. Trying to sit it out, Greene says, just means you're a pawn in somebody else's game.
So this brings us to a really challenging idea, one that's kind of the foundation for the whole book. What if our modern ideas about fairness and playing nice, what if they're just a pretty facade hiding the real, ruthless game of power underneath?
This is the central paradox, right? Society tells us we have to be decent and honest and fair. But if you look around, Greene points out, the people who ignore those rules are often the ones who come out on top. They're playing by a different set of rules entirely.
So, and this is absolutely crucial to understand, the book treats power as amoral. Think of it like a hammer. A hammer isn't good or evil, right? You can use it to build a house, or you can use it to tear one down. The book is just trying to teach you how the hammer works, not judge you for picking it up.
All right, let's get into the first set of laws. This is where it gets really interesting, because the first battlefield in this game of power, it isn't what you do, it's what people think you do. It's all about mastering perception.
Okay, so this first law is going to feel completely backward. We're all taught to be the best, to show off our talents, to shine. But according to Greene, that can be a huge, even fatal mistake.
Now, the point isn't to pretend you're bad at your job. Not at all. It's about being strategically brilliant. You make your bosses feel secure, you make them look good, you even give them credit for your best ideas. Why? Because then you become a trusted ally, not a threat. And that's how you rise up without anyone trying to stop you.
It's really this subtle dance, isn't it? You're showing your competence, but you're also showing deference. It allows you to climb the ladder quietly, without setting off any alarms for the people above you.
And this idea of controlling perception, well, it leads us straight to law number 3. It's simple, really. If people have no idea what you're actually trying to do, how can they possibly stop you? The goal is to keep them guessing.
And Greene gives you the playbook. You could use a noble decoy. That's where you act like you're passionate about one thing just to throw people off the scent of your real goal. Or you create a smokescreen, doing something totally bland and predictable so nobody pays attention while you make your real move on the side.
Wow, if you want a quote that really challenges everything you've been taught, this is it. It basically says that being 100% honest all the time isn't a virtue. In the world of power, it's a clumsy weapon that often causes more damage than it's worth.
Okay, so we've talked about controlling what people see, kind of playing defense. Now let's shift gears. Let's talk about going on the offense, how to actively take control and turn situations in your favor.
Oh man, here's another one that's just designed to make you uncomfortable. The idea is that your friends are actually more likely to betray you, usually out of envy. A former enemy, though, they have something to prove, and if you win them over, they can become your most loyal ally.
See, the thinking here is that with friends, things get emotional, boundaries get blurry. But a former enemy who now works for you, they'll often go the extra mile to prove that you made the right choice. The advice is pretty cold. Keep your friends for friendship, but for work, hire the most competent people, even if you don't like them.
Now this law, this is absolutely key to playing the long game. It's all about making yourself so essential that people can't get rid of you. The more they need you, the more they depend on you, the more power and freedom you actually have.
And that's the raw, honest truth behind this law. At the end of the day, power isn't about being liked, it's about being needed. If you're not necessary, you're disposable. It's as simple and brutal as that.
So, we've gone through laws about perception and laws about strategy. But the final law, the highest level of power, it's about becoming something else entirely. It's about moving beyond any fixed pattern. This is it. Law 48. The ultimate goal for the master player, according to Greene, is to become formless. You become fluid, adaptable, and impossible for anyone to get a real handle on. And if they can't grasp you, they can't fight you.
So what does that even mean, to be formless?
Well, it means you're unpredictable. You never commit to just one strategy or one emotion. You adapt and change faster than your opponents can possibly keep up. Think about it. How can you attack a target that's constantly moving, constantly changing its shape? You can't.
And the metaphor he uses for this is just perfect. Water. Water can be gentle and seep into cracks, or it can be a crashing wave with incredible force. It takes the shape of whatever contains it, and you can't grab a hold of it. That fluidity, that's the ultimate state of power.
Which leaves us with the big question at the end of it all. Is this book a sick instruction manual for how to manipulate people? Or is it more of a defensive guide? A warning that pulls back the curtain on how the world really works so that you can protect yourself? I think the answer really depends on who you are and what you choose to do with the knowledge.